What's up? Welcome to Tabletop Knights. Here we are at Oz Comic Con. It's Greg and
Victor.
And we are so excited to see what's going to happen today.
Why are we here? What's the point?
Comics, because there's a direct correlation between comics and
Oz Comic Con
and board games.
Oh, well, there is.
Board
You've
games.
got the,
There's
Dice Throne. They released a comic book, so perfect. It makes absolute sense.
And Spider-Man's been in board games.
Yeah, he has been.
Hellboy.
Yeah,
we know Hellboy because we recorded one and threw it out because it was rubbish.
We failed.
We failed miserably.
You made lots of mistakes.
I did make lots of mistakes.
That's on you. So basically, board games growing a lot bigger than it used to be. So so is the scene in cons. More board games. So.
And there is a gaming section here, so we want to talk to a few of the people. Hopefully we get to talk to some of the guests while we're here today, but let's just go and have a good time.
Yeah, maybe get some freebies.
Here we are at Oz Comic Con, being protected by Victoria's finest. We have Constable Flawless.
Yes.
Very, very nice to meet you. Have you seen any troublemakers today?
No troublemakers so far, just...
And how long's it been open? About 3 minutes?
Since about that.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure we'll find some. And what about you? You enjoying the day so far?
Look, it has been really interesting so far.
I notice you're hanging around the die-cast toy gun section. Is there a reason for that?
Well, we've just asked them to put some things that shouldn't be on display away so they can't be sold.
So you are protecting us.
Yes.
That's
We're
awesome.
here for a purpose, not just
We
to
are
have
working.
fun.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for looking after
have a
us.
good day.
Cheers. Thank you. Looks like we're in a bit of a Star Wars section over here.
Yeah, what did you come as?
I came as Princess Amidala.
Okay, I'm Princess Leia, so we can have a tea party later.
That sounds great. I'm loving it. Let's have a bit of a squeeze over here at these people.
Yeah, go have a look.
Oh, look, pretty cool art too.
Oh,
and BB-8.
yeah, get a close-up of that. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's not bad. Wow. Oh, look at Darth Vader with the balloon sword there.
Do you think these are for purchase or?
Yeah, for $8 million a piece.
$8 million? Yeah. Do you think the original actor is inside? That's my question.
I think Kenny Baker died. Did he? I'm not sure.
Okay. So he's still inside.
So we've spotted our first board game here at Oz Comic Con, and it's the Firefly, A Fistful of Credits.
Now, do you have that in your upstairs or downstairs section?
It's in the upstairs.
Oh, wow.
But it is sliding downstairs.
Okay. Well, I can tell by that box art it probably deserves deserves a spot in the basement.
It's not a big seller. It's not awesome. But hey, they've got it out here, and of course, because it connects to a TV show, that's why it's there.
Yeah, with the one season, Firefly.
One season, but it was the best season ever.
It's a very popular show. What do they call it? A cult following.
So Victor, I've got this problem with these spectres around my house, and I'm not sure what I should do about it.
If only there was someone that you could call.
Who would you call?
I don't know. I have no idea. It's lost on me. Oh well, we won't get our answers here. All right, we're here at Oz Comic Con. What are we looking at in this booth?
So this is the Ultimate Drinking Game by Ultimate Party Games. So this is a collection of over 15 years worth of drinking rolled up into a single 72 card deck.
Wow, so it's liver and kidney not doing so well. 15 years of drinking, all right.
Yes, that's correct. That is correct.
So it's what's sort of the main goal of the game? Is it to get shit-faced or what's up?
So if we want to have a look over here, I can actually take you through how it works.
Yeah.
All right. So the premise of the game, everyone gets 5 cards. When it's your turn, you can either play a card on yourself or on anyone else. But there's a twist. Every time you play a card on yourself, it's a drink card. I have a drink, card's gone from the game. But if I make you take that drink, that card goes back into the deck and comes again later. So if everyone is mean to each other, this game never ends.
Well, that sounds perfect for the Australian drinking culture. Where can we get this game if we're not at Oz Comic Con?
So you can go to our website, which is ultimatepartygames.com.au, and you can get it off there. It is also available in some retailers around Australia as well.
So now I'm with Maddie from Dice Bard. Maddie, what do you do at Dice Bard?
So we are selling all sorts of sets of Dungeons & Dragons playing dice, and we're just there to make sure you never go without. So our motto is everything you need to play D&D, as long as all you need is dice.
Fantastic. And I see some lovely little dice trays over there as well.
Yep. So currently, these are just here to sort of let you have a test roll, just to check that they're balanced and whatever. But if we generate enough interest, I may put a word in to our higher-ups and see if we can make some of our own.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. Can you get custom things made?
Custom things made, not at the moment, and I'm not sure if that's going to be a thing, but we do have a very large range of dice, anything from metal dice to rainbow dice to our large dice. Yeah.
Fantastic. And how do people who aren't at Oz Comic Con get hold of your dice?
Oh, well, we have social media, we're all up top and we're all hip with the internets. We've got a website, we've got a Twitter, we've got a Facebook and Instagram, and I think there may even be a Reddit page.
Fantastic. Well, thanks, Maddie, for taking us through your lovely dice.
No worries.
Cheers.
Thank you so much.
Great. Have a good day.
Yes.
So here I am with Christian from Chess Plus. What is Chess Plus?
So Chess Plus, the origins of Chess Plus are quite simple. I was playing chess with my daughter when she was 9, and she took the rook and she moved it onto the pawn like that. Now with the next move, she took both the pieces and she moved them to the other end of the board, and she said, "Dad, I've got a queen. I'm going to beat you now."
So she's a cheat.
Well, yeah, she was cheating, exactly. So we converted that bit of cheating into both parties are cheating to, balance it out and make a new game.
Okay, that sounds good. So that kind of leads to my next question. What gives you the right to take an ancient game and tear it to pieces and make it fun? Ooh.
You bring tears to my eyes, right? But it's a simple concept. Now, I think it's the fact that just because something's been around for a long time, it doesn't mean that it has to be like that, basically. So, and I also like the fact that when you look at it through the eyes of a child, in their innocence and with their imagination, if they can perceive another way of doing something which is arguably better and faster than the traditional game, then I think we should, as adults, we investigate that concept, explore the idea and see if it's a valid idea. And if that's a valid idea, I think we go with it.
I think that's too well said, and I've actually got a tear in my eye now. That was beautiful. I feel like I could be worth something now, because I'm quite old and I could change.
Oh my God, I'm going to start crying too. So I like the bishop because that's a nice example. So you see the way they're designed?
Yep.
So won the Australian Good Design Award, Australian design. Now moving that as the bishop, normally you're trapped in this situation. So now I can move it as a bishop onto the pawn there. And now that's defined as a merged piece, and that's white's move. So black might do something a bit traditional, go forward there. Now I could use this piece as either of those two. So I could go forward as a pawn there or there, or I could come across here and use it as a bishop.
I think I've got it. That's pretty straightforward.
That's it. And the only other thing to know is it makes sense. You don't have to stay together, you can split.
I'd say, look, it looks very elegant. The design is beautiful. I really like that finish. How do we get hold of this outside of Comic-Con today?
So you can either go to our website, which is www.chessplus.com, or some of the stores actually do stock us. I'm not sure. We've got a couple of distributors. We've actually, it's an Australian concept. We've got a distributor over in the US, Asmodee North America, are distributing for us over there as well.
Fantastic. So we're from Tabletop Knights. We do a YouTube channel on board game stuff.
Awesome.
So we're only looking for board game stuff.
Well, you're in the right place.
We are in the right place. So what's your name, sorry?
Tim.
Tim. And are you from Square Enix? Or?
No, we're from VR Distribution. So we're
from Adelaide.
We're from Adelaide. That's right.
Is Etienne here?
No, Etienne couldn't make it today.
Very good mate of mine.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, love Etienne.
So we distribute Square Enix product.
Yep.
We also did the Final Fantasy trading card game. But they've recently brought out a whole bunch of board games. So this is the newest addition to the range of board games, the Tomb Raider Legends board game. Essentially, each player plays as a different iteration of Lara Croft.
Oh, wow.
So you've got the classic Lara.
So you can be the Angelina Jolie one if you want.
The side-boob version.
Yeah, that's
awesome,
right.
Awesome.
That's right. So throughout the course of the game, you're exploring tombs, and the object of the game is to try and find the artifact and successfully get it back to the goal at the end. If you can successfully do that, you win the game.
Hi, who are you, sorry?
I'm Jacinta.
And who are you with?
Dungeon Crawl.
Love a bit of dungeon crawling. So, look,
Don't we all?
it's the best type of board
Crawling.
game. Yeah, crawling. Yeah, as opposed to baby crawling, that's overrated.
So overrated.
All right, so I want to talk to you about the Ruby board game. Have you actually, you're a fan of Ruby, or
Yes, very much so, yeah.
have you watched all the seasons?
I have watched all the seasons of Ruby.
Because I stopped watching about season 3.
Okay, so you need to get back into it,
Get back
let's
into
be
it.
honest.
Look, the board game was kickstarted originally. How do you go about getting copies now?
So we sell them through Dungeon Crawl. You can also get them through Hanabi at the moment. I don't know if they're still available on the Rooster Teeth website, but then you have to pay international shipping, and that's just too expensive.
Okay, so I totally recommend playing the board game.
Yes.
Now that I know how to play correctly,
Yes.
it's awesome. All right.
I will be picking it up before I go home today. I can guarantee that.
Now, are you a Rooster Teeth fan in general, or just for Ruby?
Mainly red versus blue, but I do love me some Rooster Teeth. Barbara Dunkelman is amazing.
Oh,
Queen.
you're a Barbara Dunkelman fan, all right.
Very much so.
So you're a big fan of the sex puns, and that's all she does, pretty much.
They're amazing.
So you watch?
So
Do you watch? What's their show? Always Open?
I try to watch it when I can, but I'm sadly not up to date.
Oh, okay, yeah. I've tried to watch it once as well. It was good. It
It's
was all right,
hilarious.
yeah.
It is hilarious.
Yeah. So, Dungeon Crawl, if you want to get Ruby Combat Evolved, the board game, they've got heaps of copies. It's obviously not selling very well. No, I'm joking. It's awesome. No, it is. Totally recommend. Totally
I only
recommend.
have 5 left.
Oh, okay. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
So, Victor, we just recently played Journeys in Middle-earth, Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
This is the precursor.
Oh, wow. So that's
Mansions
what
of
it's all based
Yeah,
off.
so
All
it's,
right,
this is an app-driven game, which
Yeah.
you lay the tiles out as you go and work your way
Well,
through.
you did actually mention that that's something that I would like if I did like the Lord of the Rings
Absolutely.
board game.
And again, it's the horror thing.
Yeah,
It's a
okay.
bit Cthulhu-esque,
Very.
again.
It's a very big theme in board games in general, I'm finding, that horror.
It's a big theme in lots of things, I think. And the problem is you get lots of Cthulhu board games that they just put the theme on something else.
Ah, okay.
I hate that.
Yeah.
You've got to integrate it properly. You know, H.P. Lovecraft would be rolling over in his green, slimy, tentacle grave if he knew that was happening.
What do you think he was buried with?
His hat? What's that question mean?
There's a few board games I'd love to have on the channel. I love it. I'm a massive Harry Potter fan, so Hogwarts Battle, they've got a few expansions out. I'd love to do some videos in that.
But when you got games like Scythe, things like that, compared to Catan, there's... Come on.
Scythe's not for everyone. You can get any girl to sit down and play Catan, but you can't get a girl to play Scythe.
I can't get girls to play anything, but that's a different story. Okay, so what's your name, sorry?
Vasa.
Vasa, I'm Greg, how are you?
How you doing, mate? Yeah.
Good, we're from Tabletop Knights. We just do board game stuff.
Yeah, well, that's all we do too.
So,
we sell, we design, we wholesale, we do everything. We do the whole lot.
what sort of designs are you doing?
We've got a couple of games coming out now. We've got one called, we'll send you one to have a go. We've got one
We'll
called
give you our details. We love free merch.
plus 1%, comes in a beautiful gold bar box, and the object of the game is for all the players to wheel and deal with the 1% and be the first player to join the ranks of the 1%.
I like it. So what have you sold most of here today?
Most popular would have to be the new llamas that just came out. We've got Werewords. Werewords is the latest offering from the Werewolves guys.
My boys and I love Werewords. We've played that 1,000 times already.
Yep.
That's awesome.
I absolutely love Personally Incorrect as a party game. That's one of the best out there. It's just like Cards Against Humanity, but it's got an insert name on every card. So you can literally make it about everyone in the room. You can do only your parents. You can do famous people from history. You can do only DC Marvel. So it takes the game and makes it whatever you want it to be.
So you can directly insult specific people now.
Absolutely, yeah. So you can say Hitler likes to blank in the shower, or you can say Greg likes to blank in the shower.
How does he know I like to blank in the... Anyway.
Quick question. Do you think Wingspan would be better with real eggs?
Absolutely. No, we use chocolate eggs.
Oh.
Take it to the next level,
Next Easter.
Chocolate
Next
eggs!
Easter.
Yeah.
Well, we are buying chickens next week.
Yeah. So.
But we
Well,
won't get
not real
127
eggs, yeah.
different chickens, though.
Yeah, but anyone flips the table with real eggs,
I like it. Great to meet you, Vasa. We'll stay in touch.
Yeah, definitely.
Cheers.
Come
Thank
see
you.
us when you don't have the camera.
Hey.
So, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I do have that.
You do have this one.
Yep.
Are we ever going to play it on the channel?
Sure. When do you want to play it?
Let's go now and play.
So we're having a great day at Oz Comic Con. There's so much to see, lots of people there. There's a new booth here, I'm not sure what it is, but let's go and have a talk to them. Hi, excuse me, can we have a chat with you?
Yes. Yeah, sure.
Hi. Do you like board games, sir?
Actually, the Pepsi Max official here at Oz Comic Con this year.
All right, and what is your role in title?
To make sure it has no sugar and max taste.
Wow. Have you ever thought of a drink that would be like max sugar and no taste?
That would be very difficult to get perfect, I think, but I think you're onto something there.
Okay, great. And what's going on in your booth today?
We're basically just we're revealing that this is like the sugar in Pepsi Max. There's nothing here. It's really it's
and the black kind of represents the black.
The black that goes into your organs and doesn't affect it whatsoever.
And you're a spokesperson for Pepsi Max.
For Pepsi Max.
Wow. Great. Well, thanks for your time.
That's right.
And make sure you sponsor us.
Yep, no sugar. Hi, I'm here with Dave. Where are you from, Dave?
I'm from Coins and MacGuffin.
And what do you do?
Coins and MacGuffin is a collectible trading card game where you collect and battle against other people's fandoms.
Okay, so it is a very pop culture heavy game. I noticed some Kung Fu Panda there.
Oh, you name a fandom, we've got a fandom for you.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, go on, test me. Let me see if I've got it.
Do you have the Tabletop Knights? No. Okay, let me...
We can make it if there's enough pull for it.
All right, so how deep into do you go though? Like, do you go into like YouTubers, that sort of stuff?
Absolutely. We have the Nostalgia Critic there. We've got Tricia Helfer. We've got Thomas Sanders. We've got a few YouTubers, and we keep building and expanding. Of course, we're going to have Pentatonic soon. We're going to have all these kind of ones like that. So.
Do you obviously have to ask their permission first?
Well, no, because it's all covered under fair use, as long as we're not basically stealing their identity or stealing things, it's all just making sure it's in that wonderful, beautiful grey area of fair use of not infringing on trademark or copyright.
And that's the sort of stuff that fascinates me, because you're constantly seeing Kickstarter games based off board video games and that sort of stuff. So, how do you play? What do you do?
So the goal of the game is to either collect all the coins in MacGuffin, there's 25 coins in the set, or to annihilate everyone on the table so they've got no cards left in their hands. So basically it depends if you want to be a nice person, just quietly sort of collect coins, or if you want to be a horrible, ruthless individual and just sort of alienate all your friends and everything like that.
Okay,
so.
cool. What's the average playtime? Is it a party game? What would you consider also? What genre?
Okay, because it is 2 to 5 players, the dynamics and time changes of how many people you play. So a 2-player game can last about 15-20 minutes. I've had a 5-player game last over 2 hours.
Okay. So would you consider it a party game, or...?
For geeks, absolutely.
Okay,
it's
perfect.
Big geeky game.
What's your favourite reference in here? What's your favourite one?
My favourite one would probably be the Jim Henson card. That's probably my favourite card.
Okay, I did see a John Wick one there before. Did I?
No.
No, I didn't.
But we will totally get a John Wick card now that you've mentioned that. Okay. So.
Okay, because that's what I thought I saw, but I guess very similar.
Something similar, perhaps.
John Wick is massive now, so you definitely got to jump on that.
Yeah, I was going to say, when we first started this, John Wick was, I think the first movie was just coming out, so it wasn't a huge thing. But now that John Wick 3's come out, we have to sort of do that, I suppose.
All right, so if somebody's not at Oz Comic Con, where can they find a set?
Well, just Google Coins of MacGuffin. We're all over the internet. We're on our socials, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Our main website, though, is where you can purchase the cards, which is coinsofmacguffin.com.
So I'm with Rachel. She's just spent about, how much did you just spend in that store?
Just a bit over 200.
A bit over 200. I love people that spend lots of money on board games. I've got about 800 board games. How many do you own?
I don't know, probably about 50.
Oh, that's a pretty good collection. And how often do you play?
As often as I can, but probably not as often as I'd like.
No friends like me, or?
A few.
A few. And what sorts of games did you buy today?
I got strategy games and trader games and stuff.
So I can see Small World in there. You know that's a remake of an old game?
Yeah.
You do know that?
Yeah, I do.
Wow, what was the name of that game?
I cannot remember.
Ah.
But I do know.
Well, if you speak Latin, it's Winky. Vinci. Yeah, it's a good game. And I've also got that Dead of Winter one.
Yeah, what do you think?
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
You got to the right group that are want to be into it, because they start getting pissed off if you steal their rations and things like that. Yeah. And do you often come to cons and just spend heaps of money?
I volunteer every year, so. Yeah.
What do you do here as a volunteer?
I'm in the Amnesty International tent.
Fantastic. And do people just walk past and go, no, sorry?
Actually, sometimes, but a lot of people do come up and know us, so they want to come and see what we're signing this year and stuff.
Oh, fantastic! That's really good. Okay. So this is the comic book collector in the wild. They, you can see the glint in their eyes. They search for that first Superman or that first Betty from the Archies or something like that. I think that's what happens. Is that what happens?
Well, yeah, you try to find a good value comic, but they're always overpriced. So.
Right, so you need to find it off some nana who's got them in her attic, and she doesn't know what they're worth.
I can tell you some dark stories if you want about how to get some good comic books. What the hell are you playing?
It's called Class.
Okay, so I saw one over there. They're playing one over there. What do you do?
It's like ice hockey, but it's sort of more miniature form. It's about getting the ball into the little circle. Once you get the ball into the circle, you can score a point.
Who's better?
Currently tied.
Well, okay, well, let's play for the next point. Let's see some live action here. I want to see who's going to win. I'll do the commentating. He's hit the ball in the back corner. He's knocked over a weird circly thing.
So if you collect 2 of them onto your dude, you lose you gain a point.
Oh, okay, really?
Yeah. So not the other opponent gets a point.
All right. Oh, wow. Is that really hard to control, that thing?
You get used to it. And
there you go. So that's a point. So we'll do another one because I feel like, we can definitely find a winner. So it's the first to 6 wins.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we might as well stick this out then. That was a great game. That is some great sportsmanship by the crew here. So thank you for all that you guys do, sitting in the back playing games.
I've been out setting up over there, but yeah, you're welcome, mate.
No, it's a great con this year, I think. Definitely improving every year. But thank you again.
No worries.
So,
Lovely day, mate.
So somebody earlier told me that there was a dragon around here, but I'm really having trouble finding it. So I'm just going to have a quick look. There's Goku.
So here I am with Tricia Helfer, star of just about everything. We've heard you in Spider-Man games, Command and Conquer, Lucifer, Ascension, but I think what we think you're most famous for is Battlestar Galactica, the board game, Pegasus expansion. So there you go, I'm showing Tricia the game now.
Wow, that's the first time I've ever seen it.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
You didn't know, and there's you, look.
There's a little
That's how you hop around on the board. And
fantastic.
welcome to Australia. Have you been here before?
I have been, not to Melbourne, but I've been to Australia a few times, yeah.
Do you get to see much of Australia while you're here?
I actually came in on Tuesday morning because I was in Christchurch last weekend at Armageddon. So I came in and got to spend a few days touring around the city.
Fantastic.
I would have stayed longer afterwards because I wanted to go, it was to Lizard Island years ago. And I wanted to go back, but I have to go back and film, so.
Oh, and what are we filming right now?
Van Helsing, and it's they're in their 4th season, so I've been added to their 4th season, just 2 episodes, and then next season, if we're fortunate enough to come back, I'll be in quite a bit of next season, yeah.
Now, you've been very prolific. Let's face it. If I look at your CV, there's heaps of stuff there. But you started out in a little town in Alberta, Canada?
Yeah, Denalda.
Denalda, yeah.
Yeah, and I actually grew up on a farm 20 miles outside of the town. And the town has probably maybe 300 people, 350 people, something like that. So it's more of a hamlet, really.
Right. So you spend a lot of your time playing board games?
Not really, no.
So you haven't played Do you play crokinole?
No.
Oh, it was invented in Canada.
I don't know any games we used to play. I'm sure we did.
So no connection with board games whatsoever, but that's okay. We'll run with that. Now in Australia we have lots of big things, big tourist attractions like the big banana, the big pineapple, the big shrimp, the big koala.
Denalda has the biggest oil lamp.
Hence my very clever. What's with the big oil lamp?
I don't know.
Wow.
To be honest, I don't. No, there's Denaldaites or whatever are going to kill me. No, they had a museum there. I don't know if it's still open. A museum for oil lamps showed a bunch of oil lamps. But the railway used to go through there, so you used to get a lot more people that would actually, they'd be on this train and they would hop off on all these little hamlets and see the town. That railway sense has been gone for years now, so I assume probably so is the oil lamp museum.
Oh, such a shame.
Sad.
It's very sad. Yeah. Do you get home often?
Not that often, no. I was home last in November for my parents' 50th anniversary, and I will be going home in probably July or August sometime.
Fantastic. Look, well, we know you're very busy. You're here signing autographs at Oz Comic Con. You're getting photos done, all sorts of stuff. We really appreciate your time. Thanks, Tricia. Of course, I was stealing the whole time. That's fine. There you go. Thank you very much. It was really nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Thank you.